What is up, everyone? I'm Skratch. Welcome to another Dragonheir Silent Gods video. Welcome to another free-to-play episode, guys. I am on my free-to-play account. A lot of you guys asked to see my teams for the domains, okay? For the Talent Wildfire, the Resplendence, and the Permafrost. Now, currently, for me, is day 23 on the server, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. So, I have been using these teams now for around a week. Approximately a week since I'm able to clear all of the stage 18 on each one of these dungeons, okay? So by the time you are at around 2 weeks in and a little bit, you should be able to clear these stages. Now we're gonna use only 3 characters that we are getting from the game. Starting with the Wildfire talent dungeon, guys. This one can be a bit more tricky because if you're not killing the second wave in time, Catherine is doing stupid things, and that can cause you some issues at the boss if you do not have the Gatekeeper Staff artifact on Garius. Now, if you are interested to see what artifacts you should prioritize when you're summoning dupe legendaries, check out the video that I've made related to the artifacts, because that's going to be really helpful. Do not empower or inspire your legendaries unless you're literally pulling copies of the most OP characters in the game, the rare ones, right? But leaving all that on the side, I am using Garius, I am using Vidimir, I am using Rava, I am using Megan, and I am using Catherine. All of them free characters. Megan can be selected from the rare chest that you're getting from the Battle Pass, okay? Yes, all of my epics are scrolled because, hey, you are getting a bunch of epic scrolls, and I think I have around 130 rare scrolls on my account, which is actually crazy. But that's what we have on them. These are the builds, so you want to have an Ancestral Protection set on your tank. You want to have a Puppeteer set on one of the characters to push at least the ultimate energy on your tank and on herself. So that's one of the main reasons why I have this. Because she's gonna gain 10% ultimate energy when she's using the ultimate. And like this, if you do not have, for example, the Spiritual Incense Burner leveled up, if you do not have the Rift Hourglass, she's gonna be able to keep an 18-second cycle with the boss, okay? So very, very important to keep that in mind. Then we have Rava. He is built on a Rhapsody set, just to deal a bit of additional damage as well. We have Vidimir. He does have full talents. He is one of my main damage dealers on the account. And I literally have the best damage gear that I have available on him. Ascended, because that's very, very important too. And I have the Eyeball of the Giant artifact. And this is the best mythical piece that I have on the account. But it only works when he's at 100% HP, which honestly is not that often. Then on Megan, we have a Brotherhood set. Whenever she's using the ultimate skill, she will boost the elemental damage for my entire team. Now, as you guys can probably notice, we only have a 3-man elemental affinity team, and that, of course, is for the damage dealers. They need to be tankier, and they need to be able to put in more damage. While the other 2 supports from the Radiance, they can be just fine without it. Skill timing. So, Garius has 14 to 18. Then we have Catherine, 7 to 18, but we have this separate timing for continuous stages turned on. And on Garius, I can actually remove that because we do not need it. So we turn this on, and like this, they will use their skills at the right time when we move on to the next waves. For these 2, the reason why I've turned it on is because I don't want them to use their main damage skills at the beginning of the fight, basically on the first wave, sorry, because that's gonna be a complete waste. Now we could turn this down honestly to 18 seconds because he's gonna get ultimate energy from the passive anyway. And Megan, she's gonna go freestyle. She can do whatever the heck she wants, okay? So let's crack on with the run and see how this works out. So with Catherine, as I've mentioned, it really depends if we have enough firepower to kill the second wave in time. Because if she gets to use the ultimate skill twice on that wave, she's not going to be prepared to use it at the 7-second mark on the boss, okay? And that can potentially be a bit of an issue. So right here we are prepared with the ultimate skills from everybody except Garius and Megan, which do not matter a lot. Okay, so Rava is about to boost, and then Vidimir going in ham. And it's all about killing these two last targets quick before Catherine gets to pop that ultimate skill. But it seems like she gets to do it literally a second too early, okay? The main idea is you want to protect yourself with immunity as much as you can on this skill and on this skill. So at 7 seconds mark, we should protect ourselves with immunity on both of those skills. If the boss gets to detonate too much HP burn on your team, he's going to do huge damage. You see my Vidimir got hit pretty hard right there. My Catherine slowly will recharge more ultimate energy to use the ultimate skill, but it just takes a bit of time to basically resync. So she's able to accumulate enough ultimate energy fast enough to use that skill. But even without her using it all the time at the right moment, we are still more or less fine, as you guys can probably notice, right? So we're getting that immunity on. Vidimir still surviving, even though he was pretty damn low right there. So right here, we should be protected with immunity because we are slowly basically getting more on sync with Catherine. The boss detonates the HP burn. Now you gotta separate your characters. Do not group them together because then the HP burn will detonate on each tile and it will kill all of your team literally in the very first hit. Right now, we've been fully protected with immunity. That's kind of like what you're aiming for, but it really depends how much firepower you have on that second wave, you know? Are you able to use the skills as often, as fast as possible to kill the bosses or not, you know? But either way, we're still doing it without a problem. And that is stage 18 on the Flame domain. Free-to-play characters, epics and rare, okay? Then, if we're going to move on to the next one, guys. So, the next one is going to be the Tempest domain, or now it's called the Resplendence domain. Basically, in here, you just want to do damage, okay? So, this is the team that we are running. We're not running so many epics. We are running some of the legendaries, but literally only the ones that you are getting for free. So, I am running Thorin with a Luminary Order Gospel. He is on a Brotherhood set. My Thorin and Vinera are scrolled. My Urian is not scrolled. You should prioritize Thorin and Vinera as the very first legendaries you are scrolling on a free-to-play account, or even low spender, to be honest, because they're really, really amazing. Then, this is the tank. That's the build that we have on him. He does have the Scarab Amulet. This is Vidimir, the exact same build as you've seen before. This is Rava with the exact same build as before, with the Witch's Remains. And this is Vinera. Now, I have the Rift Hourglass on her. You do not need to have that on. So, I'm actually quickly going to change it to show you that you do not need it. So, I'm going to give her this instead. Very easy to get it, basically. Easier to get it compared to the other one. You can pop in food. I had no food for the other one. Let's just put a cold damage one. You want to have good damage in here because that's going to be pretty important. And I have no skill timing, as you guys can probably notice. No skill timing required whatsoever. We are using the crit damage aura from... I can't even remember if Vidimir has that aura or somebody else. Now, this boss will basically spawn the mini dragons. If you don't kill them in time, it's not necessarily the biggest issue as long as you are able to do good damage versus the boss. Because if you're lacking decentish gear, talents on your damage dealer, which are really, really important, you're gonna struggle to deal damage versus the boss, and the boss will regenerate a lot of HP. Now, with Vinera, we are going to drop the ultimate energy on the boss, which will allow us to basically smack that boss a little bit longer. We're gonna put a decrease attack, which is really, really important, okay? With the next domain, we are struggling a little bit on stage 12 with the damage, but I'm gonna explain you everything that you need to know about that too. So Vinera is gonna remove the buffs from the boss. The boss is getting those buffs on, which can be pretty annoying. And then we have the rest of the team just smacking the boss. It's It does take a little bit longer than the other one, to be honest, but that's fine. So we drop the ultimate energy again. We're dealing a good chunk of damage. Whenever the boss is summoning the dragons, he sacrifices HP, right? So my Vidimir right here doesn't have the skill available just yet, but most likely he's about to smash them all. And there we go. The dragon came back, and the small dragons were killed. Now, the boss is still going to try and regenerate HP, but at a lower rate, okay? Not as crazy as if you're not killing those little dragons. And this is without skill timing whatsoever. As long as you are able to keep enough damage on the boss to don't allow him to fully heal back, you should be more than fine, okay? Because the boss will drop a big chunk of HP again. You see, he dropped way under 50% HP now. And slowly, we are going to wipe these little baby dragons as well. With Vidimir, bang, we took them down pretty quick. And now we are just prioritizing the boss. We're actually not doing nothing. The characters are prioritizing the boss. We're just watching. But look at the HP. It's dropping quite a bit. And if we're going to manage to keep it right there, the boss will do another summon. He's going to drop a lot of HP. Then when he returns back, we're basically going to send him straight into the grave without giving him a chance to do anything else. So look at that. You see, he's literally almost dead. So we're going to have Rava in a second use the ultimate skill. There we go. And even if we do not kill them in time, which we should be able to do it, to be honest. There you go. The boss is coming back. Drop that ultimate energy, put the defense down, and goodbye, more or less. Bang. It's not as fast as the other one because the boss does self-heal a little bit, but it works wonders, okay? And all three characters once again. Now, I do not have good gear on this account, okay? This is not good gear. I farmed quite a bit. I'm not getting lucky with the mythical gear. That's why I'm still using legendary gear. But don't expect to smash stage 18 as soon as it opens. As I was mentioning, I was only able to defeat these stages on the free-to-play account after the second week, right? So moving into the third week at the beginning. So probably I'm beating these stages for more than a week now. That's done. Let's move on to the next one. I think on the next one, I still have my team with the exclusive that I summoned on my main account. But I will replace. Actually, no, I don't have that. But probably I might have slightly better gear on them. So the problem that I have with this team, guys, and I should have better artifacts now leveled up, at least for Vanny. So I can actually use, what is it? The Silver Star Horseshoe. So we're going to give her that. I wish I could give her a gambler set, but hey, I just do not have a much better gambler set for her as well. I could give her some damage too, to speed up a bit the run, but it is pretty challenging. So we are using the Witch's Remains. We are using the Gatekeeper Staff. You can see the stats on the side right here. Talents-wise, none of them have full talents, which is definitely a bit of a problem. On him, it would be great to get the full talents, honestly. I'm actually going to try to see if I can. I'm not sure if I'll keep the top 3. I might do it. Maybe I'm going on the bottom 3. Yeah, I'm going to go on the bottom 3 instead. Might be better. So, we max the talents on him. He is one of the main damage dealers in the team together with Shaltar. Okay, so we're going to see what type of damage they're doing. Now, Shaltar is a derivative damage dealer, so you need to have either the Vile Ink on him, either is a different one, the nail thingy that boosts the damage from the passive. Right here, we're going to try to use different type of foods if we have anything available. I have this 13% attack. We're going to use this one instead. And we are going to use the attack aura in all dungeons rather than the defense because we do not need that. Once again, no skill timing whatsoever, okay? She's going to go first anyway because she has a bit of skill haste, 11.7. He's going to go at 12. He's going to go at 11, which is absolutely fine because he's not really doing that much damage. And she can go as often as she pleases because this will just give me attack speed up, okay? So Very curious to see if we can defeat it with this. Usually, I have this much HP on the boss and I'm running out of time. But I did not have the same level on my artifacts the last time when I tried it with this team. I did it with Nasty Jenka and with Terrival because I do have them available on the free-to-play account. So that's what I'm using to farm the boss because it's faster. Even though it seems like I do not have that team in here. So maybe I haven't used them in the end. And I still use this team because that team's supposed to be here if I was running it instead of this. So maybe I haven't done it. So 4 minutes and 13 seconds. We should be able to take it down though because having the right artifacts now on is definitely going to be very, very helpful. And one thing that I do not have on this team, I do not have a Brotherhood set. And I do not have a Puppeteer set if I paid enough attention. So if I'm bringing those two sets in, it's going to be easy peasy. But as you guys can probably notice, the damage is going really, really good. So we don't really have to worry about it. But I do want to mention that I did struggle for the first few days when I was trying to do this because of the lack of damage. So the boss was not killing my team. I was not killing the boss, but I was running out of time. But this time around, it seems like leveling up a bit more the artifacts is definitely helping a lot because we're absolutely demolishing the boss. And Dauntless is extremely powerful. These are all free characters that you can purchase from the exchange shops. And you should do it because not only they're good in here, but they're good in the Pillar of Resplendence. They're good in the Temporal Vortex. They're good in dungeons if you need them, even though I'm running mostly Frost. We are absolutely demolishing this boss now. Okay? Absolutely demolishing him. And no timings, nothing crazy like that on these ones. Voila! There we go. Took us 2 minutes and 46 seconds. We did get a best time right now, but that is what I'm running on my free-to-play account to do all of the domains. Now, truth be told, I have been slacking a little bit with the equipment dungeons. I still need to push the Heretical Ruins, the equipment on the Grave of Wrath, and the Ancient Battlefield. So this, especially the Ancient Battlefield, is pretty challenging. I'll be doing a video on this probably next week only. I will be doing the Continental bosses free-to-play tomorrow. I'm going to show you what teams I'm going to run in here to get the best possible damage for my account at the moment with the characters that I have available. And I've already released a video from the main account for whoever is interested in that, okay? I will be doing more guides on the Pillar of Trial. I was not able to defeat Stage 12 on the Tempering Pillar of Resplendence. If I'm taking in 2 supports, I don't have enough damage. If I'm taking in 1 support, I'm dying. So I need to play a little bit more with the team to get to Stage 12. And that is, of course, with the characters that I've pulled from the banner. So I summoned Nasty Jenka as my exclusive on the account. And that is with her. So without having a good exclusive or a good character, and you all should have some, but maybe you picked Vitar, maybe you picked Lelvonis, maybe you picked Flora. So that will make a bit of a difference, but we should be having at least 1 exclusive by now, okay? I messed up at the beginning, and I wasted 270 summons when I could have had 2 exclusives by now, but hey, it's fine. As usual, appreciate all of you guys watching, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.